The purpose of this presentation is to show you how to access STAAR and EOC data for your students in Edugence. To access Edugence, log on to pisd.edugence.com. Chrome is the preferred browser. You will log on with your username and password that you use every single day. This presentation will show you how to access and navigate this report in Edugence. For more information about how to interpret and how to use this information, please contact the Assessment Department. In order to access the report for STAAR, you'll first click on the blue box, and then over on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there is an icon for STAAR and EOC. When you click there, you will have two options if you have full campus access to Edugence. You will either be able to pull reports by grade level or by teacher. Classroom teachers will only have the teacher option here. Once you've made your selection, you can still change from grade level access to teacher level access to this report over on the right-hand side. Here I'll be looking up data for 7th graders. Now it's important to note here that this is a test environment that Edugence has created for us. So although this says Armstrong, this will not actually be Armstrong data or Armstrong students that we will see in this report. Once you've selected your campus, the enrolled grade is the current grade that the students are sitting in. So right now I want to look up STAAR scores for students who are currently enrolled in 7th grade. For test grade, that is what we're looking for as far as what grade the student took STAAR in. Now at this point in the year, my 7th graders have not taken 7th grade STAAR yet. Therefore, I need to go back a year and I need to select 6th grade because the most current STAAR test for these students would be their 6th grade STAAR. I can select my subject. Now the year is automatically defaulted to the most recent. In this case, these 7th graders, their most recent STAAR came from the 2015 spring semester. And so this year is correct with this enrolled grade and this test grade. I can choose which version of STAAR I'd like to see. STAAR S is standard regular STAAR. STAAR T is STAAR Alt 2. STAAR A is STAAR accommodated. And then STAAR L is linguistically accommodated STAAR. If I am on a campus that has bilingual education, then I can select English or Spanish depending on which version of the test I'd like to see. Once I've made all my choices, I can click on the green box, which will generate the report. Now again, these are not actual students, so there's no privacy information that we have to worry about here. But what you'll see here is student ID, student name, the current grade, and the test grade, what grade the student was tested in, the administration when the test was taken, whether or not the test was scored with a score code of S, what level of performance did the student meet, either unsatisfactory, satisfactory, or the advanced standard. The percent correct is the percent of items that this student got correct on the test. The raw score is simply the number of items they got correct. And then the scale score is what is used to determine whether or not they met the level 2 or level 3 standard on STAAR. Depending on the test, each of the reporting categories that were tested will be filled out here to show you what percent of items the student got right in that particular reporting category. Now to sort these columns, just click on the arrow at the top, and it will allow you to sort either ascending or descending, or to hide the column if you wish, to be able to organize your class and be able to see how students performed compared to other students in that particular class. Now you'll notice over here on the right hand side that you have the Excel icon, so if you wish you can export this information to Excel. You can also select individual students by clicking on the checkboxes over on the side, and then go straight to that particular student's profile to find out more information about that student. Now, if I want to find out more information about this particular administration of STAAR, I can click on the purple box that says Item Analysis. When you click on Item Analysis, it will allow you to reselect and then click on the green box that says to generate the report. And here we see an item analysis of this particular STAAR administration. This is the item number as it corresponded to the items on the actual test itself, the number of students in this grade level that were tested, the number of students who got that particular item correct, what reporting category was that item, and what is the student expectation, SE or tech, that was tested. This column is for the process standard. Since I'm looking at reading, there are no process standards, so that's why this column is blank. You'll notice that the correct answer is here, as well as the percent of students in this grade level that chose each of these different answer choices. And then this final column will tell you what the actual SE or tech was that was tested. One important note is that in some years the state does not release this item analysis information. For example, last year in our new math STAAR, we did not get a full item analysis, so when you look up math for this, you will see some information that is missing. That is because the state did not release that information to us in order to be able to populate this report. Now, another analysis that you'll be able to see with STAAR is an SE analysis, or a student expectation analysis. So when you click on that option in the top corner, you'll again have the ability to reselect and then click on the green box to generate the report. This is information about the exact same STAAR administration, but this information is now organized by student expectation. So for example, the student expectation, or tech, 6.10 figure 19D, was tested 5 times on this test. There were 186 students who were tested on those 5 items, and 119 students got those items right. So the percent correct is 64, and this came from reporting category 3. Now, one important caution when interpreting this data is that not all items on STAAR are designed to be equally difficult. There are some items that are written at a high level of difficulty level on purpose. So when looking at a particular item that your students may have found difficult, it's important to compare that to district level data so that you know whether or not that was an item that was difficult for just one group of students, or whether or not that was an item that was designed to be difficult and was difficult for all students in the district. This information can help you find out more information about your students and things that they need to work on in class. If you would like to know more about how to interpret and use this data, please contact the assessment department.